Residential sales comparison and income approaches, page 37, continued. Battery died April 21st, last time we were here. This is covering subdivision, covenants, and restrictions. Number 8, antenna. No antenna or dish for transmission or reception of television signals, radio signals shall be erected on any lot. 9, fuel tanks. No above ground fuel tanks shall be permitted. 10, signs. No sign of any kind shall be displayed to the public view on any lot, except one sign of not more than 6 square feet to advertise the sale of the property. 11, lighting. No house may be erected on any lot unless there is an outdoor post yard light of either gas or electric power. The owner shall keep said light in good working order and properly maintained. 12, mailboxes. To ensure conformity with the subdivision, all mailboxes shall be of a construction compatible with the subdivision and is subject to the approval of the developer. 13, limit of restrictions. These covenants are to run with the land and shall be binding for a period of 30 days from the date of these covenants and shall be extended for successive periods of 10 years unless the majority of the owners of the lots file an instrument with the recorder agreeing to change the covenants in whole or in part. 14, enforcement. In the event of a violation of any of the covenants or restrictions, it shall be lawful for any owner of any of the lots to prosecute any proceedings of law or in equity against the person or persons violating or attempting to violate any of these covenants or restrictions, and either prevent such violations or recover damages for such violations. Page 38. Subdivision, covenants, and restrictions. Subdivision, covenants, and restrictions assist the appraiser with determining legal compliance issues regarding the subject property and are also important in the highest and best use analysis. Note, this is particularly important if the appraiser has noticed during inspection something that appears unique to the subject property, such as a two-tiered deck. It is allowed by the covenants and restrictions. If not, it should be noted in the report. Tax map. A tax map or plat map is especially important for subject properties that are described by meets and bounds or some other descriptions. Armed with this data, the appraiser can view the property's boundaries and shape, road frontage, and how the property is situated in relation to surrounding properties. Other data the appraiser might need to collect and examine in order to identify the characteristics of the subject property might include, but not limited to, a plot map, zoning regulations, topographical map, and census tract map. Determining market conditions. When considering the boundaries of a market area for the purpose of analysis for determining market conditions, an appraiser must identify characteristics of the area that affect property values. The depth of the analysis will be determined by the scope of work. However, there are 3 terms that should be understood related to the analysis. Number 1, market area. A market area is the broadest of all terms identifying the boundaries of a particular area. When describing a market area, the appraiser is providing an account of the land, uses, and characteristics of typical market participants within the defined area. Here is a picture of a plat map. This is an assessor's or tax map and is available from local authorities. Its appearance can vary from area to area. It is used by the appraiser to obtain various elements of data, some of which are labeled. The line with kind of like a little flag across it, this symbol is called a tie bar. This signals that the adjoining piece is included in the plat's acreage. The dotted line with the line that's like measuring the dotted line is a road frontage of plat. There's like a fraction on the plat. The bottom part of the fraction, the 179.57, it explains this number refers to the acreage contained in the parcel. The top part of the fraction is this number refers to the assessor's parcel number. The characteristics of a market area that affect property values are what an appraiser needs to consider when establishing the boundaries of a market area for the purpose of analysis for determining market conditions. Page 39. Number 2, neighborhood. A neighborhood is any constant, contiguous area that may be identified by similar characteristics or physical boundaries. When describing a neighborhood, which is a compilation or a group of complementary uses, the appraiser is looking at all of the uses, even though varied, which create the overall environment impacting the subject. The complementary uses could be a mix of residential, commercial, service, as well as other amenities. Number 3, district. This is also highlighted. The term district is the narrowest of definitions of a market area. A district is an area consisting of one particular land use, such as multifamily residential, commercial, industrial, etc. Know that definition. That was what was highlighted on the original book. When an appraiser analyzes and describes a market area, there could be more than one neighborhood or district included in the process. And likewise, a neighborhood could consist of more than one district. Defining the subject neighborhood. For residential appraising, the term neighborhood is most commonly used for analysis of market conditions and defining the boundaries of that area. The properties in the neighborhood could share physical characteristics, for instance, similar style or age, or physical boundaries. Neighborhoods can also be defined by other characteristics, such as similar uses, zoning, price ranges, or income levels. Even shared shopping, social, civic, or recreational facilities can create a neighborhood. Almost any distinguishing characteristic can define a neighborhood, except those things protected by civil rights, fair housing, and other such laws and acts. Neighborhoods do not necessarily define the area encompassed by the comparables. Prior to analyzing market conditions and other external characteristics relating to and affecting the subject property, the appraiser must, that was the end of that, define neighborhood. In this example, the appraiser has defined the neighborhood as being Innis Road to the north, Bridge View Golf Course to the east, Agler Road to the south, and Route 3 to the west. And here's a picture of what he was referring to. Agler to the south, Route 3 on that side, the golf course over there, and whatever that one was on top. A market area that an appraiser is analyzing may be comprised of multiple neighborhoods or districts. Neighborhoods are similar in that they may contain more than one district.